Hello there, boys and girls, and welcome to Pajama Prayers. It's nice to have you with me this evening. Tonight is the last devotional that we are going to have on the topic of Thanksgiving, or being thankful. And our story for tonight is perfect. It's titled The Night Before Thanksgiving. So I hope you enjoy this devotional. I hope you remembered to invite a friend to join and watch with you. Hope you will always remember to do that. But before we get to our story and before we wrap up our show, our Thanksgiving devotional, we are going to visit our last country. We've been visiting countries and finding out really strange, odd customs and things that happen in that country. And tonight is the last one that we have, and it is on Japan. So we are going to visit Japan, and we are going to learn some wild and crazy things about Japan that's going to have you asking, is that for real? And now it's time for, is that for real? Did you know Japan is an island country on the eastern edge of the continent of Asia? It is made up of 4 main islands and nearly 4,000 small ones as well. Some people think Japan looks like a dragon. Take a close look at this map of Japan. What do you think? The national flag of Japan is a rectangular white banner wearing a crimson red circle at its center. This flag is officially called the Flag of the Sun. The capital city of Japan is Tokyo. There are many things that make Japan's capital unique to other capital cities. And at the top of this list is the cleanliness. Bet you didn't know that Tokyo is so clean to the point where it almost looks brand new. Not one scrap of rubbish is found on the pathways or dropped as litter. There are 2 main faiths in Japan: Shintoism and Buddhism. 69% practice Shintoism and 67.7% Buddhism. Only 1.5% practice Christianity. If you are doing the math, of course you will come up with over 100%, but that's because some citizens practice more than one faith. Now here's a fascinating fact. Almost 4/5 of Japan is covered with mountains. The Japanese Alps runs down the center of the largest island, Honshu. The highest is Mount Fuji, a cone-shaped volcano considered sacred by many Japanese. And just in case you're thinking of moving there, you should know that Japan can be a dangerous place. This is because 3 tectonic plates that form Earth's crust meet nearby and often move against each other, causing earthquakes. More than 1,000 earthquakes hit Japan every year. Japan also has about 200 volcanoes, 60 of which are active. This may come as a surprise. In Japan at Christmas, families gather to eat a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's a national tradition. And a few more surprising facts. Did you know an inventor from Japan dreamed up and built the original Nintendo Entertainment System in 1983? Bet you're glad for that. Also, square watermelons are common in Japan, but they're essentially ornamental and are often very expensive with prices as high as about $100. I think I might try my hand at growing some square watermelons. I mean, how hard can it be, right? The number 4, 4, and the number 9, 9, are considered unlucky numbers in Japanese, but the number 7 is considered lucky because it's an important number in Buddhism. 8 is also considered to be a lucky number because of its shape. And take a look here at some of the most amazing Japanese inventions. Karaoke. Did you know the Japanese actually invented karaoke? And for those of you who have problems putting a medication directly into the eye, Japanese eye drop glasses will do all the work for you. The muscle shirt. No need to spend your time in the gym to look fit thanks to this shirt. You can look like a bodybuilder in no time. The head support. A pillow in the shape of an arm that can be used to avoid neck pain and prevent your head from falling down just in case you accidentally fall asleep. They also invented a face trainer. It looks like a torture device, but it's actually made to train your facial muscles. And my favorite, a scream jar. For anyone who has occasional temper tantrums, the scream jar is perfect for stress release. It silences even the loudest scream. And what about the most popular sport played in Japan, you ask? The answer may surprise you. The most popular sport in Japan is baseball. Hungry but can't communicate in Japanese? Don't know what to order? Plastic food displays in Japan have you covered. Plastic food dishes are placed casually out the front of the restaurant or lined up in the shop windows. There's even a plastic recreation of every cake and every cookie available in specialty confectionery shops too. Sushi is one of the best-known Japanese foods around the world. It is offered in a variety of ways. Sushi usually refers to a pressed vinegared rice with a piece of raw fish on top. And it's generally eaten with ginger, soy sauce, and wasabi. It's typically eaten with chopsticks, but it can also be eaten directly with your hands. Oh, and you'll love this. The Japanese spider crab has the largest leg span of any arthropod in the world, reaching up to 12 feet long, and though it can weigh as much as 41 pounds, its body is actually only 15 inches long. One notable fact, they're carnivorous. They have been known to chop off human fingers with their claws. Now here's an interesting fact. Approximately 160 different species of wild animals and 700 species of birds can be found in Japan. This includes the deer, flying squirrels, wildcats, bears, and snow monkeys. Finally, and this is my favorite, the Japanese language has only 48 sounds, making it relatively easy to learn and speak. But learning to write Japanese is quite a task. That's because there are 3 different styles of writing their symbols. Now that's something that will make you wonder. Is that for real? Well, how about that? Kentucky Fried Chicken for Christmas dinner. Can you imagine? I thought turkey was what you had to have. Just goes to show, different strokes for different folks. You know what else was interesting to me? The Nintendo, the original Nintendo. The inventor being in Japan and it being built in Japan. That's kind of cool. I'm sure a lot of you have enjoyed playing Nintendo. Lots of good games and fun things to do with that game. Let's move on to our story. Our story for tonight is about giving thanks, and I said at the very beginning of our devotional, the name of our story is The Night Before Thanksgiving. You're going to enjoy this story. The Night Before Thanksgiving by Natasha Wing. 'Twas the night before Thanksgiving, and all through the nation, families got ready for the big celebration. At our house, my mom baked 3 kinds of pies, pecan and pumpkin and apple surprise. That night we were nestled all snug in our beds, while visions of turkey legs danced in our heads. The very next morning, Thanksgiving, yippee! We got up and watched the parade on TV. Relatives arrived from near and far, by taxi and airplane, by train and by car. My brother came up the basement stairs, lugging the kids' table and folding chairs. We counted and polished our best silverware, then set the 2 tables with patience and care. The turkey went in, and as more cousins came, I laughed and I shouted and called them by name. Hi, Danny. Hi, Donnie. Hi, Paula and Vicky. Hi, Casey. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Brenda and Ricky. Come in from the porch, step into the hall. Now come and play, come and play. Come and play all. So up to my room, my cousins, they flew. We played with my toys and computer games too. We made pilgrim hats and funny shoe buckles, then put on a skit for our aunts and our uncles. All were assembled except Uncle Norm, who called us to say he was stuck in a storm. Meanwhile, my mother was getting out yams, cranberry jelly, and honey-baked hams. When Mom wasn't looking, we stuck olives on fingers, said they were puppets and grand opera singers. While dinner was cooking, we played dodgeball outside. Our tummies were growling. "Can we eat yet?" we cried. The timer then sounded. The turkey was cooked. Mom opened the oven, she sniffed and she looked, when what to our watering mouths should appear but a marvelous bird, which caused us to cheer. Its skin, oh, so golden, the drumsticks so juicy, the stuffing was fluffy, thanks to my Aunt Lucy. Dad slid out the bird. It weighed 30 pounds. He turned, then he tripped over one of our hounds.
Oops.
Well, up in the air the turkey did fly, over the string beans and straight for the pie. My brother and I made such a clatter as we leapt and caught the bird on a platter. "All right," said Grandpa, "get on with the carving. Can't you see that these people are starving?" Dad spoke not a word, but went straight to his work. He sliced up the turkey, then turned with a jerk. In front of our house, we heard the beep of a horn. A trucker delivered, none other than Norm. With a wink of his eye and a twist of his head, "The party can start, I made it," Norm said. We all took our places. The food smelled so great. We started to dig in, but Dad said, "Wait. We're thankful that everyone is together this year in our home and our hearts. where we hold you so dear. We ate and we ate, yet last but not least, the very next day was a leftover feast. The end. Well, that was a fun, cute story, I thought. I hope you enjoyed it. Boys and girls, giving thanks is a wonderful thing. It's good to be grateful. We have a lot of things to be thankful for. And we're going to now go to our mystery board, and we're going to get another scripture. Another verse where the Bible tells us that it's good to be thankful.
I have searched the Bible, and this is what I found. Psalm 9:1. I will give thanks to you, Lord, with all my heart. Psalm 9:1.
I will give thanks to the Lord with all my heart. That means a sincere thanks. Not just saying, oh, thank you, but really deep down inside in your heart being thankful. I hope that you have a great Thanksgiving season this week coming up. I hope that you have lots of good things to eat. And mostly, I hope you recognize all of your blessings. I hope you remember to say thank you and show gratitude for your blessings. And I hope that you will remember to also thank God for all the things He's blessed you with. I love you to pieces, boys and girls. Go ahead and turn to someone there with you and say, you are worth more than you know, capable of more than you think, and loved more than you can imagine. Good night.